Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon there. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Good. Can't see it just yet. Might just be just shows you're just I think you're just muted there. Yeah, there we go.
Here we go. What's that? You want somebody's?
Uh,
You the better.
no video yet. Oh, perfect. Absolute beauty. Thanks for doing this, Wayne. Really appreciate the time.
Hey, no problem.
I uh I gotta apologize. I stole your Facebook account earlier. Finally, we're face to face. I'm the guy.
Hey, there you go.
I actually just got off with someone you might remember, Kieran Kettle. I think he
Oh,
promoted.
really? Oh, very cool.
Yeah, yeah. I think he was telling me about he brought Idris Elba to your gym. Was it? Did he bring him over to Boonchu?
Yes. When I just was filming on the Gold Coast. Yeah, it was very cool. I just the man.
Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I was just speaking with Kettle and one of Jake Paul's sparring partners getting ready for his fight. His name's Jake Bostwick. He used to fight in the BKFCs from the UK.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it was funny. I was listening to one of the Joe Rogan interviews that you were on, and both of you guys were, Joe specifically was just so stricken with grief of how slept on kickboxing and Muay Thai is, and here we are these years later, and it's becoming so popular around the globe. What are your thoughts on the growth of the sport globally since that conversation?
Yeah, very lucky that one championship is help expand the sport, bringing it to the mainstream. With their promotion, doing a mixed variety of between MMA, Muay Thai, grappling. It's so exciting for the crowd just to differentiate just between MMA only. Yeah, to have that variety of all different combat sports on one promotion is very cool. And it gives a opportunity for the Muay Thai guys to shine as well. For so many years, we get left out in the shadows. Oh, oops. Yeah, but finally we can. It's really cool. And then Cat Tree offering much larger prize money than any other little shows as well. So everyone talks about UFC prize money, but no one talks about Muay Thai prize money. Muay Thai prize money is just yeah, chump change. It's very difficult to survive on the sport by itself. So now one championship has come. It's give the high profile guys a platform to try and strive for.
Yeah, yeah, and the amount of the bonuses too. Nobody really actually brings up the fact that there's sometimes five, six, seven bonuses in one night on a one Friday fights, right? Like that's not happening in the UFC. So now it is really expanding. And then another thing that one is doing is bringing eyes on other promotions like RWS. Things that people aren't usually watching. It's bringing light to the sport as a whole. It's beautiful.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, hands down. Is there anyone specifically like do you still watch? I know your family's involved, like you still have like Jazzy Parr is fighting and you're busy with the gym, but do you get a chance to keeping up to date and are you excited about any fights coming up?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the One Championship. It's an amazing promotion. Yeah, and Jazzy's potentially fighting in September on a boxing promotion here in Australia called No Limit.
Nice.
This is it's our biggest promotion here in Australia. They got all the Fox Sports contracts and everything else.
Hmm.
So good opportunity to get some TV time and to yeah shine in front of the Australian audience.
Nice.
And for myself, just yeah, just happy to helping the boys in the gym, teaching classes, doing PTs. Yeah, it's not fighting, but at the same time, I'm still involved with the sport, so
Yeah.
it keeps it fun.
Nice, nice. Well, yeah, and sure you can still keep up and you know, really give them some really nasty work. So that's I'm sure that's fun for you.
Yes, I like winning. Yeah, even in training, I like winning.
I spoke with Glenn from Corporate Box Valley Gym. Uh,
Yes,
he was telling me one of the greatest days of his life was he was fighting, and after the fight, you came up to him and you just gave him a compliment. You just said, "Great fight, great performance," and he was telling me even when he was younger, when he wasn't fighting, that he was begging his dad. I think it was a fight. I have it down here. I think it was Daniel Dawson. It was in the Goldie. He said he took a trip down to the Goldie. Yeah, and he begging his dad to drive him down to your fight, and they made it down. So it's it's pretty cool. Do you speak with Tyson Harrison at all?
via social media. Yes,
Nice.
yeah, it's very cool that being in the same training camp with Sengten in Thailand. Yeah, we don't see each other in real life often, but keep in contact during the DMs. Every time I get a fight announcement, I'm always or after a fight, dropping him lines, just letting him know how proud not only myself but Australia is of him. What is everything he's accomplished in a short period of time. Um, yeah, he's doing so well, and the fact that he's John Wayne Parr Jr. too, it's very cool. So I have to watch him. I have no choice.
Yeah. Yeah, even Glenn said all three of you guys had the same smile. I brought that up. I got to speak with Tyson a while ago. We did an interview too, but it's I think the most beautiful thing of it is that he got to train with Santino as well with P2 there before he passed as
Yes,
well. And I've even messaged the gym in Thai. I'll use the English to Thai translator and send them a message when if there's any Tyson updates, and I'll try and push that out in the West over here because even out here it's still very dominantly slept on, but
yes,
we're in the early stages of it hyper exploding, I would say.
yes, I agree.
Um, Kettle has the Muay Thai World Cup, and we just had our one of our finalists, Jake Peacock, make his debut there in one championship. He had the one arm, the arm.
Oh yes,
Yeah, yeah. So he was
yeah,
decimated.
I follow him now as well.
Crazy, crazy style. Actually was lucky enough to go to a seminar of his with Petch and Adrian Fairtex in their gym in Vancouver, and they did a nice training session. It was cool to see the style that he brings,
Yep,
how he uses
yeah,
that.
very fun.
Yeah, 100%. So you have a book coming out later on this year.
Yes, hopefully about mid-November. Yeah, it's 350 pages, all the way from it's trying to cover all the last bases. It's taken approximately 5 years with a ghostwriter, a friend of mine, Jared. Yeah, so he's based in Melbourne, which is 2 hour flight from where I live. So we correspond via phone. We'll do an hour here, hour there, and then over the course of 5 years, we finally finished. And then we approached the same publishers as Mark Hunt, and
Oh, nice.
they enjoyed the book, and they're gonna help take it worldwide. So about October we'll start pumping up the media and trying to get some more press, and yeah, hopefully it can be a success.
That's awesome. Was Jared was a kickboxer as well, was he not?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how many fights he had, but yeah, I know that he went to Holland for a while, training with Deckers in Golden Glory Gym, and spent some time over there just because he's so big. There's no point going to Thailand because the Thais are all small. So he thought, and the next best option is Holland. So yeah, he went over there and did some training. So yeah, super good guy, super nice.
Nice. Can you tell me about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, geez, yeah, he was a big influence on my career. A lot of people went the Hulk Hogan route, but with Ricky being a martial artist and bringing like the karate style to rock and roll wrestling, he had a major influence on a young Aussie kid's future. Anything to do with martial arts just drew me to it. And then when every time Ricky got in there and did his round kicks on his opponents and won his match, it was so exhilarating, especially as a young boy. So yeah, and then yeah, I've always had that martial arts dream. Even with the rock and wrestling, I've always wanted to be a more kick prone than a punch prone person.
And what were you? You were a big fan of Van Damme, yeah?
Yes, yes, massively.
You know what's funny
He was
is I just went through that era for the first time in my life. I never
uh,
watched any of them.
yeah, yeah, from about 97 ish. I think around the movie Kickboxer came out. Um, got to uh got to experience what it was like. He changed my trajectory on when I want to go. So when I started in Taekwondo. So my first desire was going to Korea. And then once the movie Kickboxer came out, and then I just happened to start kickboxing around at the same time. So then now instead of going to Korea, now my focus was going to Thailand and learning from the Thais, and it just so happened that it all worked out, and then I've got to fulfill my dream, and I got to live the movie 10 times over. So yeah, so it's so crazy how life works out sometimes.
Yeah, I was watching your documentary there, and even just how the Thai spoke of you as you are a Thai. You know, you were more Thai. Even I forget who it was, but I think it might have even been Song Chanoy, and he said that you were more Thai than Thai. You know, just the
Yeah,
way that you are, and that
yeah,
must be such a, for you to just the fact that they're so proud of you for doing that, you how accomplished you were able to go to is it's bananas, man. It's fucking awesome.
yeah. No, thank you. The Thai camp where I was at, because I was the only Westerner in my area. There was no other foreigner influences around. So my Thai trainer said, "I don't want you to be just a Thai boxer. I want to teach you how to be Thai. I want to show you our cultures and our way of life and our way of superstitions and all the little nooks and crannies of being a Thai." And then yeah, after a period of 4 years, it gets into your soul. So when you move back home again, you can't just go back to being Aussie again. You take some of that culture with you when you come home again. And a lot of people of my old students, they feel that the Thai presence in the gym. So when let's say they train with me for a year and they go somewhere else and they try and start a new gym, they always message me and always I don't never doesn't have the same feel, the same warmth as your gym does. So that's always a nice compliment, also.
You can feel it. I've been to but over half. I'm in Winnipeg right now. I was traveling around. I was in Vancouver, then Toronto, but I'm in the center of Canada right now, and we have over half a dozen. It's a smaller city, but we have over half a dozen Muay Thai kickboxing gyms, and there are ones where
Oh no.
you can feel that bit of Thailand there, and it is nice. My brother is currently in Phuket right now. He's been there for 5 months. He's supposed to be there for
Whoa.
2 weeks, and he's been there 5 months. So
Hey.
uh, he's sucked into the monster, and it's beautiful. Um,
Ha.
the Thai culture is a big part of it. You know, we're back to Kettle. He's bringing out Yod San Klai, your old nemesis, and
Yes. I seen the poster.
Duad Noi or Duang Noi. Pardon me.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Sanchai obviously as well. So that'll be
Hey.
uh, that'll be big for the Canadians. Well, I guess around the world. I guess they're doing a tour and they'll be in Australia as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the Sengten, not Sengten, Sanchai is the king. Wherever he goes, you guarantee to sell out. His Instagram page is so phenomenal. What he does every day, and the amount of people that are drawn to him every time he goes anywhere to teach or to do a seminar, or he's just. I was very lucky to bring Sancho to Australia for 2 weeks when I fought Yosinglai. So he came for a week prior to the fight, just to help with training. And then we spent another week after my fight, just touring around doing some seminars around the country, and just being with him side by side for the 2 weeks, and then hanging out. And yeah, he's such a little legend. He's so small, but he just has this aura that you just know that he's a superstar. Yeah, he's just so cool. He just knows how good he is too, which you can't help but feel his presence when you're in his company.
He does. He does. Watching anything on him, I'm excited to be meeting him. I'll be flying out there and doing the some media for them. I do filming and video and all that, and hopefully do a translated interview with him as well, which would be pretty sweet. But
Perfect, perfect,
yeah,
perfect.
man. And then potentially Roberto Duran coming out as well. So uh,
Whoa.
they're launching WBC Boxing Canada. So Boxing Canada and then WBC Muay Thai Canada are being launched, which is
Oh wow.
part of this, which is very exciting because as you know how slept on the sport is, we need the proper sanctioning bodies behind it, and he knows what he's doing. He's the head of it and putting together the fights at Muay Thai World Cup, and we're finding out the who's who of Canada, which is nice, and internationally too. There's people coming from Mexico and Canada fighting too, or the States, pardon me. So it's very
Oh,
nice.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah. So I saw Jake Matthews was at your gym a little while ago as well from the UFC.
Yes, Jackson, man. We formed the friendship many years ago. We always correspond via social media, and then the opportunity came to have a little bit of a holiday on the Gold Coast, and while it's here, he asked if we could drop into the gym. Yeah, we did a few good, fun sessions. Yeah, he's such a cool guy. Great fighter. I've been very lucky to be at the UFC to watch him fight live multiple times. Yeah, and it was really cool to work with him and share some knowledge with the striking wise, and hopefully can get a bit more power behind his shots now. But yeah, super nice guy, and it was a pleasure having him in the gym.
Yeah, I was watching the vlog a little bit there, and he was just saying how he was excited for you to give him that style and push him and all that. And um, the Aussie that Aussie card um is always ridiculous. Like I think most Aussies won the last time there was a show and they had it stacked. Like Jack Della Maddalena, Volkanovski as well, and it's uh
Uh,
it's there's some good fighters there, man. I'm excited to see Adesanya get back into it. I know he's trains in New Zealand, but it's the sport is still growing, it seems. It doesn't seem like it's capping out.
no, it's very exciting. Every weekend, I'm a big UFC fan. I think I should own shares in the amount of pay-per-views that I bought over the years. Yeah, and then yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, the amount of exciting fights, and that never ends. Like you said, it just gets better. Yeah, uh, I'm very because in Australia too, UFCs are on Sunday lunchtime, so every time there's a big card on, it's always barbecue time. Barbecue time on a Sunday. Would invite the boys, have some cold ones, watch the telly. It's yeah, brilliant.
That's the best. It doesn't get better than that, man. What
Yeah, I feel sorry for the guys in the UK because they're about two or three in the morning, whereas here the card starts at the undercard starts at 9, main card starts at lunchtime, finished by 3 in the afternoon, and then your Sunday gone. It's perfect.
that is gold. I actually like that better than Saturday night. That is nice. Nice Sunday after.
Ha,
That's church with the boys right there. That's nice.
ha.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wake up with the coffee, turn the telly on, the fights have started. It's like, oh, here we go.
That's that's one championship on Friday for me. That's 7 a.m. 7 a.m.
Oh,
on Friday. I'm up for one championship. So you
oh,
need to be
perfect.
watching that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's exciting, man. I spoke with Nara Chompinik, the MC. I interviewed her as
Yes.
well. I spoke with a lot of folks from One Championship. Dennis Purich, Regan Ursula was my very first interview ever from anyone
Oh,
I've ever
very nice.
spoken with, which was gracious enough to do that, and just the exposure, man. Like I bring up any of the top tens or top fives, and I talk to people about Muay Thai, and some people think it's a language. They don't even think it's a sport.
Ha! Too funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful that Muay Thai is finally on the map now. Before you say Muay Thai, I never go Muay Thai. No, Muay Thai, Muay Thai. Yeah,
Yeah, the
and then
Muay.
yeah, then I believe that's a sport for cows. Muay Thai.
Muay Thai, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the rest of the summer look like for you or into the fall? I know the book is coming out. That's one of the major things this year. Anything else on the
Yes.
horizon for you? I know there was a boxing match that was potentially happening in the past. That would have been amazing to see that 150th fight. Is that something you're still wanting to do in the future or?
Well, funny enough, Darren Till reached out and shot me a DM saying, "Hey, I'm speaking with my people. It'd be amazing if you'd like to come back and do a comeback fight against myself in Dubai, Coca-Cola Arena. Massive opportunity, huge money." So I accepted. They sent me a contract. I signed the contract. I thought it was on. I thought it was done. And then all of a sudden, I didn't hear from them because by the contract, I wasn't allowed to announce it until they announced it. And then 1 week, 2 week, 1 month passed, and I'm thinking the fight's getting closer. When's the announcement? And then I got the 5 weeks to go, 5 weeks before the event. And I finally reached out to Darren Till saying, "Hey, I'm just wondering, are we fighting?" And then he left me unseen for like a day or two. I'm like, "Oh, this isn't helping." And
Cheeky.
then and then his promoter eventually contacted me saying, a bit of unfortunate with that, but the show's been postponed. Um, Darren's decided to take a warm up fight, but between your fight and his fight because your fight's so big that he wants to get a warm up in first. So don't be surprised if you see anything on Darren Till in the next few weeks on the social media. And then a
Shit.
couple of days later, the announcement of Darren Till fighting undercard of Jake Paul, Mike Tyson is like, whoa. And he's fighting Chavez as well, which is absolutely massive, considering it's your boxing debut and you're fighting a former WBC world champion.
Yeah.
And then somehow or other, a week or so passed. And then news is Darren Till's pulled out from fighting Chavez. Uriah Hall's taking Chavez's place to fight Chavez now. Darren Till's, I'm not sure if he's injured or something. And then on the following Monday, it's announced that he's going to be fighting that Saturday in Dubai at the Coca-Cola Arena where we were supposed to fight. And then he's fighting a guy with 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. So 5 fights compared to Darren's, say, with his MMA and his Muay Thai career, he's probably had 80, 90 fights by now between everything combined.
Yeah.
Fighting an amateur with 5 fights. And
Uh,
then the fight's a joke. The guy pulls the rabbit punch in the back of the head, lays on the ground,
that was his
accuses Darren
last
Till
fight
of
that oh my God.
yeah, accuses Darren Till of
Ah.
the foul. Next minute is all in brawl. It's like, dude, why didn't you just fight me? I could have gave you a better fight, more entertaining. Um, there's a good chance I would have beat you too, because the way I was training, I was planning on knocking you out. I wasn't going to lay down like that guy did. So, but so
Fuck.
bizarre, so bizarre. It's so weird. I have no idea what happened. It just everything just went to shit. It's like, why do you sign it? What's the point of sending a contract if you're not going to fulfill it?
That's a yeah, that's a shit move. Would you, so if let's say there was a potential opponent, would you accept if it was set up and there was no bullshit? If there was something for you
Yeah,
or
but it was all about the money though.
of
So Darren
course.
was offering me $200,000 to box him. Two
Fuck.
hundred thousand dollars is a good
That's a nice night in the office.
um
Yeah.
yeah, good in to get you out of bed and to put the boxing shoes back on and put retirement to the side for a little bit and then let's go. I was excited. I was so pumped every morning. Wake up with that desire to want to win, training hard, be back with the shoes, hitting the pads. Back to call my old sparring partners. Hey, I got a fight. Let's go. And then all of a sudden it's back to so
Fuck.
yeah, a bit of a bummer. But
Son of
it
a
is what
bitch.
it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
Well,
I can't I can't I can't I can't be mad because the opportunity for Darren to fight on the undercard of Jake Paul and Tyson was huge. But the way Wade decided to fight that other guy who he fought that turned out to be just a circus. I have no idea.
yeah, yeah.
And then it sucks
Chavez.
too because I held Darren in such a high even before he contacted me. I was a big fan, and
Mhm.
so the excitement of having the challenge against someone that I really respected was really exciting. Yeah, and then he went and fought this guy. It's like what, what? Yeah, he going by all accounts. Darren seems to chop and change his opponents a lot over the last couple of weeks. So I was like, I don't know, I don't know. If the opportunity comes, I'll definitely take it. But yeah, I was spending that money before I received it. I was paying off my house and buying all these toys, and then the
Oh
fight doesn't happen.
no.
You go, ah, damn
Oh,
it, I'm still poor. I'm still poor, damn it.
fuck.
But
Son of
anyway,
a bitch. Well, fuck, if the right
yeah,
promoter hears this one, yeah, definitely keep in mind
yeah.
Mr. Wayne Parr for a good fight, that's for
And,
sure.
and I really enjoy boxing as well, and it's not as demanding as Muay Thai. Muay Thai is an all over
Of
sport,
course.
whereas boxing is just more just arms and cardio. Whereas Muay Thai is a lot more demanding. So it would have been perfect considering I'm 48 years old now. Still got the desire to be great, but yeah, just need the opportunity to shine. So hopefully Dan might come around. Who knows?
I was watching your second fight against Boonchu in Jamaica there, and
Yes.
Cedric the Entertainer as the MC was making me laugh. I was like, no fucking
It
way. No fucking way this guy is the MC. That's incredible.
was a very bizarre show.
Yeah,
So they had so
which I
10
gotta say
fights,
you
10
got
more
robbed,
10,
first off.
10, 10 there was 10 fights, 10 more titles. Every single fight was a superstar. And the only thing they lacked was promotion because on the night there was like about 100 people there. So they had the grandstand set up for 5,000 people. And the only people that came were the trainers and the friends of the fighters. So there's probably more staff working than there was general fans. So yeah, I believe the promoter lost close to $500,000. Yeah, crazy.
Damn, damn. Yeah, no, that well, and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
left a bad taste in the mouth. Of course, there was a tie judge as well that that just happens. Well, but
yeah, three tie judges.
oh, three tie judges. That's yeah, that
Three,
works.
yeah, three tie judges versus a tie. You're not going to go very well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Even Chiavello, and his partner there on the mic, they were just losing it.
Uh,
I love Chiavello, man. I love him just talking about JW.
yeah, yeah, he's the man. Javel's the man. It was
Yeah.
so good that he was on one too. It's such a shame that he left the company because he really brought a high energy atmosphere to the commentary that made the fights more exciting as well. So yeah, it's a shame that he's no longer there now.
Yeah, yeah, Chiavello's amazing. I do like Mitch. I know I really love Mitch. I know you've spoken with him before. And then as well as actually I've interviewed Ray Flores too. He's a great guy. He's got a real good voice too for it.
Yep.
Commentates on BBC as well. But no, the coming to Denver here, in the North American side, there's a Denver show.
Yes. I believe Liam's fighting Texan on that show.
Yes. What were your thoughts when you saw Harrison fight Sexton? Tyson Harrison fight Sexton. That was bananas, insane.
Um, yeah, crazy. Um, yeah, it would have been good to see Liam fighting his home soil back in England. That would have been absolutely massive, especially he's coming close to retirement now. So
Hmm.
it would have been good to have that hometown support. But getting the opportunity to fight in America is also a dream for any young Muay Thai fighter as well. So
Yeah, that is
massive
true. I
opportunity.
would really like to see a UK card or a Europe card for sure, especially with Haggard. You could have Haggerty on there. I know you've even bantered back and forth about doing one. You could even have them on two separate fights, a main and a co-main, that would still sell out the O2 or wherever they do the
Oh,
show.
for sure.
Yeah.
From all accounts of what I heard Chatri talking about, they were talking about possibly Wembley or somewhere like a massive stadium. And with the popularity of Liam and Haggerty, I can't see why they couldn't sell it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, especially like a more European card too, right? You get Nico Carrillo on that card. Uh,
Yes.
they got it's I'm excited
And
there's
I'm not sure if Amber Kitchen. I'm not sure if she's still part of the company, but yeah, she's a big draw also.
that's true. That's true. Even actually there was just the Luke Lisi just fought a Frenchman who put on a beautiful performance against Luke
Yes.
Lisi. And that's a draw as well with him against anyone at 155 pounds. 100%.
And young is it Fred Haggerty? Young Fred.
That's correct. Freddie Haggerty as well. Yeah, yeah, big draw.
Yeah.
And you got Lyndon Knowles that might be making his debut soon as well in one
Oh, yeah.
champion from Nosy
Yeah.
Academy there too. So um we got
Sounds like
you.
we've sold the card. We're done. The card's done.
We just made it. We just made
We
it.
just done it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah. You're welcome, Chatri. It's okay.
Mitch, Ray, Nara, someone, come on. Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited too to see your fellow Aussie there, Alex Roberts. I couldn't
Oh yes.
believe, I could not believe his road to one championship, basically beating Lyndon Knowles, and then within a month or 2 months, fighting Roman Kriklia for the title for his
Yep.
debut.
Yeah, heavy. Crazy.
Bananas, yeah. So that'll be good to see him in there. Well, you see, it'd be crazy is a Mike Tyson boxing match against you as opposed to Jake Paul. That would make more sense. That would make more sense.
I know Jake's huge. It
Jake
makes
is
sense
huge.
for Jake and yeah, as much as I'm only little. I'm only 85, 84 kilos. So whereas Jake's walking around, I think 105 or so now. So in kilos.
That's
So
true.
that's a rather large person. I
That's
don't know.
true.
It doesn't matter what skill level. He's still huge. He's still big. Yeah.
Yeah, Jake Bostic was telling me he hits pretty hard. And yeah, walking around 200, 215, 220 pounds. That's a big boy. That's a big boy.
And then as much as I enjoy watching Mike Perry bare knuckle, put him in gloves, and I just can't see how he's going to cause any sort of trouble. Or I think Jake's too skill level is too high. As a boxer, as a
Mhm.
bare knuckle, you can be more brutal and more savage. But as a pure boxer, it's more of a thinking man sport, and the way that Mike Perry holds his hands and his footwork is very flat. I think he's going to be susceptible to being KO'd.
Yeah, and he doesn't. I don't think I've seen Mike Perry like put guys down. Like he over time wears them down, cuts them up, gets them busted in BKFC.
Yeah,
He outstruck even Michael Venom Page, which was amazing in BKFC. That was incredible performance on his part.
yes,
It was very close fight, but yeah, yeah. Jake's has that power, and he's a real boxer now. You know, Bostic was telling me there's no corners he's cutting. He's putting in the work.